Hello everyone. Here is a quick video walk around of my 1986 FJ60 Toyota Land Cruiser. I've been thinking about doing a video on this truck for a while now. I've had it a little over a year. I purchased it last year in January of 2024. I was able to get it off of Bring a Trailer. Flew up to California, drove it all the way back here to Texas, and have been enjoying it ever since. I kind of daily drive it, but I absolutely love this thing. It's got some really sweet features. I personally did not do any of the modifications on this rig. The previous owners, to me, did. Pretty much the only thing I've done since I've had it is switched out the tires, which I'll show you here in just a second. But I've also kind of playing with the idea of possibly creating a YouTube page for this thing. Like I said, having it a little over a year now, I honestly have not used it for what it was built for just yet, except for last week. I finally took it off-roading, but I really want to start taking it on some trips and some adventures to the mountains and really use it for what it was built for. And so I kind of wanting to create some videos and some content to kind of share those experiences with you, and also any changes I do to this. I've kind of got some ideas of things I want to do to this thing. I want to share those for others out there because, as you all know, any of us who love off-road vehicles, Land Cruisers especially, we're always curious and wanting to look at other people's rigs and kind of see what they've done to it. And I know it's something that I've always done, and so I kind of want to share with you my build and share those experiences with you. So if you like it, leave a comment, subscribe. If you have any other questions, like I said, leave them below, and I'll go into more videos going more in depth to kind of answer those questions. But to start off, we'll go ahead and start off here on the front. We've got a worn Eezi-Awn winch, an absolute must for any off-roader. And it's paired with I believe this is a 4+ front bumper, obviously powder coated gray. I think this looks great, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of playing with the idea of switching it out for an ARB bumper. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I think this still looks super cool, but I really love the looks of the old school ARB FJ60 bumpers. And obviously they provide a little bit more protection. And so that's kind of my idea of maybe going a different route with this and getting an ARB so I can have a little bit more protection right here, especially if I'm up in the mountains and there's deer and stuff like that. Plus those ARBs, they're so old school and so cool looking. They're classic. So let me know what you think, if I should switch it out or go ahead and leave this one on. But moving on to the side here, we've got some BF Goodrich KO3s. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. If there's any wind noise, I'm trying to cover it up with my hand. I'm doing this on a cell phone. But I'm planning on in the future to do this all with a camera and good microphone, get good audio quality and stuff. But just to kind of get started, I figured I'd start off with the phone. But if there's a little bit of wind noise, I apologize for that. Here in the panhandle of Texas, it is always windy. So I'm trying to do it on the side of my house right here to kind of minimize the wind noise. But again, these are BF Goodrich KO3s. Got the size 285 70/17 on here. Comes out to a 33-inch tire. The tires that came on this previously were the Toyo Mud Trains. They were in a 34-inch. Absolutely love the look of them. They looked super cool, but they were a little stiff for me. So I kind of switched to the more all-terrain route. And I've had these KO3s on there for about 5 months now, I believe. Absolutely love them so far. They ride super great, super quiet, good on the road. And like I said, last week, whenever I was on the trails, they handled fantastically. But moving on to the side here, we got, again, another must. We've got some rock slider steps. These ones, I believe, are made by White Knuckle Off-Road. And they've kind of got like a little bit of an angle kick to them. Love the look of these, and obviously they function very well. Got to protect the body and the frame. If you're doing any off-roading, got to protect it from any of those big boulders you might be going over. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, got some method wheels. I can't remember the exact model of these, but these obviously look really, really good. As a matter of fact, I believe it's Nomad Wheel Company. They just recently came out with a new wheel design that's kind of got the old school with the kind of the chrome center hubcap that I really, really dig. And so I'm definitely kind of entertaining the idea if I want to switch these out with that and kind of go with the old school look or not. But let me know what you think on that, if I should switch it out or keep these methods. But behind here we got the power brake system. This thing loaded down with gear and all that stuff is going to be pretty heavy, so you got to have good stopping power. But up top we got the Eezi-Awn K9 roof rack. This thing looks great. I think it's the best looking rack out there. Obviously very, very stable. It's all one piece, which is really unique compared to some of those other ones that you got to piece together. And this one's got 5 anchor points that attach to the gutter rail system. So very, very stable. Thinking about mounting my rooftop tent on top of this thing for this summer. So this thing could handle it no problem, but great roof rack. Let's move on to the back here. In the back we got a rear bumper. This one is custom fabricated by Trail Tailor. I believe it's Jason Reeves over there. He's the one that does all the fabrication. Obviously it looks amazing. We got a spare tire carrier with the jerry can swing out. What I really love about this bumper that's pretty unique, you know, most of these will kind of stop like right here. But this one was custom done to extend out all to the side right here and provide even more protection. I think it looks great. I think it's a great function. And obviously all that protection in case your departure angle is cutting it close back here on anything steep. It's good to know that this is protected back here. But underneath here, this vehicle, it has a 38 gallon extended range or long range America fuel tank. Another great feature about this, and I'll show you here in just a minute under the hood, but with the engine setup on this vehicle, plus this 38 gallon fuel tank, I can go like 500 plus miles. So obviously great thing to have for long trips, not having to fill up all the time. So absolutely love that about this. Obviously it hurts a little bit at the pump, filling up that big old gas tank, but it is completely worth it to have all that range. Going on to the side here, we've got these rear gull wing windows. These are super cool. This is one of my favorite things about this build. But these ones are made by the company, I'll get it to focus here, Emu Wing. I can't remember or not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they might be based out of Australia. But these things are incredible. Anyone with a rear tire swing out, they kind of know it's a little bit cumbersome to get back there sometime, anytime you're loading up anything, groceries, and if you just need quick access back here, having these windows are super good feature to have. Makes it really, really easy. Plus they look super cool. So, but let me show you the back of this thing and show you the storage system that we got going on. So the previous owner that I got this from was Brian Fulton over at Goose Gear. This was actually their kind of feature vehicle on their website. And so, of course, on the inside, we've got to have the Goose Gear drawer system. Absolutely love this. We've got so much storage options back here. Of course, we got this hard top here, very, very durable. We got some side storage compartments here, obviously if I can get them to work, but good amount of storage to throw some gear in here. And obviously everything's lockable. Then we got the drawer system. I've got some tools in here, but extends out pretty far. And these things are all modular and customizable. You can, if you go to their website, you can do it to where if you only want one side or not. You can put a fridge system back here if you want to, but So much room, super convenient to have for trips to store any of your, you know, air up gear, anything like that. So you can put virtually anything in here. You can really get after it and put storage like dividers if you want, but absolutely love it about this. Plenty of room, and of course gotta have all my patches there. But then there again, there's one of those emu gold wing windows on the other side. This side is obviously glass versus the other side kind of blacked out to provide a little bit more security. So, but let's move on to the inside here. And first thing is these seats. These, I believe, in my opinion, are the best seats money can buy as far as aftermarket seats. These are the Scheelman, I believe it's pronounced Vario. These ones are the double XL size. Absolutely love these seats. They've got great lumbar support. They're fully adjustable right here. You can adjust these out to kind of fit your leg length as well. They slide front and back quite a bit as well. These ones are heated too, so you can go to their website. They have different heated and cooled options, customizable, different covers or colors, sorry. But again, I absolutely love these seats. These things are super comfortable. Anyone knows that the old FJ60 seats are just not very comfortable as far as back supports for long road trips. But I've taken a 1,000-mile trip in this thing, and no time during that was my back hurting or anything like that. So absolutely love these seats. I would definitely have them in any vehicle in the future. That's for sure. But looking at the inside also here, we've got the Pioneer head unit. This is a great thing to have. I can connect to Apple CarPlay and throw on maps, which is obviously great. We got the 67 Designs phone holder here. I throw my phone up there and keep my eyes on the road and have my phone right there for any notifications. This thing is very, very, very sturdy. My phone doesn't move at all. Just looking down here, we got some more auxiliary switches. This thing does have an ARB compressor. Has a rear locker, obviously the winch, and then we got some roof light buttons here. Previous owner had some roof lights on this. I haven't installed any just yet. I definitely think I want to here in the future, just haven't decided which route I want to go. But I think some lights on the roof or on the side would be great, especially for camp. Can't have too many lights. This thing also has a QYT ham radio setup. I have not used this at all. I do not know how to use a ham radio. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think for ham radios you have to have a license. And I'm thinking about switching this thing out with just kind of a normal just a normal radio setup. I think this thing might be a little overkill for me, so, but I don't know yet. I've just kind of been leaving it there. I think it looks cool. But right here we got the Tuffy console. Obviously got to have lots of room to store all your stuff. I've got a little cup holder here to kind of hold my Nalgene. And then got some patches here. And a little thing about these patches, if you anyone out there, if you've heard of Jack Carr and the terminal list, that's what this vehicle kind of was named after. If you look at my Instagram, Tomahawk Cruiser, I'm a huge Jack Carr fan, absolutely love the novels. In all of his novels, the protagonist, James Reece, drives a Land Cruiser, and I believe it's built out pretty similar to this. But Jack Carr is a big cruiser head. He loves to incorporate Land Cruisers in all of his novels, and something that really kind of kick-started my love for Land Cruisers. And so being such a fan of his novels and the books, I thought it was just appropriate to kind of rock the Cross Tomahawks logo with this, and kind of give the name Tomahawk Cruiser, which if you notice back here, got to have the Cross Tomahawk logo right there. So kind of fun. But yeah, I decided to create an Instagram channel for this thing, Tomahawk Cruiser, so go check it out. I like to post pictures and all that good stuff. But let's look under the hood on here. This thing, so like I said, the previous owners did all the work on this, and this thing has, if I can get it open, has an LS swap. So we got a 5.3 Vortec V8 engine here. This one, I believe, came out of a 2020, or no, not 2020, 2012 Chevy Silverado. I think that model LS, I think, comes out to like the LC9, I believe. But it's great having this engine in this thing. I've got plenty of power to cruise on the highway. This thing is coupled with a 5-speed NV 4500 transmission. So super good to have that 5th gear going down the highway. Like I said, this thing has plenty of power. I can cruise on the highway 75, 80 miles an hour, no problem, and pass people. And obviously it gets pretty decent fuel economy for, you know, for driving a brick that's not aerodynamic. It's just super practical to have an engine swap in these things. And it was, I believe Doug DeLong is his name at Well Sorted Automotive. They're based out of Colorado. It was actually their shop truck for a few years before they sold it over to Goose Gear. But he's the one that did all the fabrication, all the engine swap work on this, threw in an ARB air compressor, obviously. Did an amazing job. I've had 0 issues with this. Absolutely love this setup. So, but that's kind of my build there. If I missed anything, I'll try to get that in the next videos. But if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, leave them below. Like I said, I would like to start creating some more videos on this thing. I want to really start using it for what it was meant for and take it on some adventures and some road trips and camping trips to Colorado and stuff like that this summer. And I kind of want to share those experiences with you. So stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, you want to see anything more, leave it below. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely create some more stuff to answer those questions. So, but that is a quick look at my Toyota Land Cruiser. Thank you.